Here.
Civil War Club.
Here.
Class of 2015. Here. 2016.
Here.
2017.
Here.
2018.
Here.
Classics Club.
Here.
College Democrats. Here. College Republicans.
Here.
Colleges Against Cancer. Here. Cooking Club. Here. Dance Ensemble. Here. DCF. Here. Drop the Active.
Here.
Enactus. Here. Film Society. Force. Here. Free the Slaves. Friend or Foe. Game Club.
Here.
Yeah. Here. Gettysburg TV.
Here.
Gettysburg College Debate Society. Here. GECA. Here. German Club.
Here.
Gettysburg Anti-Capitalist Collective. Gettysburg Student Musical Theater. Here. Gospel Choir. Here. Habitat for Humanity. Interfaith Council.
Here.
International Affairs. Here. International Club. Here. Jam Club. Here. Japan Club.
Here.
Jazz Appreciation Society. Here. LASA. Here. Law and Justice Society. Here. Lutheran Student Movement. Mock Trial. Here. Model Arab League. Here. Operation Smile. Alan Nightingale. Here. Photography Club. Here. Free Health Club. Here. Free Vet. Here. Rotaract. Here. Sangha.
Here.
Sasa. Here. Shop in the Dark.
Here.
Ski and Snowboarding Club.
Here.
Skeptical Chemists.
Here.
Smart Women Securities. Here. Society of Physics Students. Here. STEM. Here. Student Alumni.
Here.
Students for Life. Here. Swing Club. Here. TEDx.
Yeah.
Upscale. Young Americans for Liberty. Zuwab Club. Motion to approve last week's minutes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Abstentions? Minutes carried. Hi everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight. I just have one announcement. President Riggs' office hours are next Tuesday, I think April 7th. Next Tuesday. I don't know the exact times for you. I don't know if anyone knows them here, but I'll follow up with an email. But she wants everyone to be aware of them, so spread the word. April 7th, President Riggs' office hours.
I have some election updates for you guys. So we have all of the petitions in for the exec board, and right now for president, Taylor Beery is running. For vice president, it's Frank Arrigo and Nolan Lynch. For secretary, it's Brooke Goodchick and Maxine Heskins. For treasurer, it's Michael Macy. So, and then parliamentarian and club liaison are appointed rather than elected, so you guys don't have to worry about those. But I just wanted to read through a few of the election rules so that everyone had that in mind, because this whole week you guys can do campaigning. And then the election date starts on Friday and runs through Sunday, and I will be sending out more emails to everybody about that. So just a few updates or reminders. No campaigning is allowed within academic buildings, Must Library, or on the first floor of the Cub during the designated election dates. Candidates cannot post any flyers or posters in the Cub or place them underneath any residential doors. And candidates are forbidden to send out any emails to the student body with the intentional purpose of campaigning throughout the entire election process. So just let me know if you guys have any questions about any of those, and I'll be happy to review them with you. But
$54,855. Now, we budgeted that, we haven't spent that. So if all of the clubs that have been budgeted every cent spend everything, right now we would have $17,044 left. So we have a little bit of room. That could be more, that could be less, depending on if clubs, spend more than their budget, which sometimes happens, or spend less, which is more likely. So, we're getting down to the bottom, but we have plenty left. No, including the rollover, we have add 60,000 to that amount. So we're fine.
Thank you. See?
Hi guys, if you're the representative from Jazz Appreciation Society, the Debate Society, Biosphere, Rotaract, Cooking Club, and Society of Physics students, can you just stay after the meeting for like 2.5 minutes? That's all.
Thanks. I'm gonna time you.
So tonight we'll be voting on the amendments. It's finally here, so that's what we'll be doing for business. As we're nearing the end of the semester, please remember to fill out the event reflection forms. Those are important for our Senate celebration, which is going to be held at the end of April. So I know there's a lot of events going on, so just make sure that you're following up with that, because I get all of that information about all of the events and details. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, so there actually is old business tonight, so we're gonna go into that and the yeah.
Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to motion to amend the bylaws, and I will read the amendment, and we'll do a roll call vote to amend it.
And we can open up for discussion.
Yeah, we'll also do one last discussion just in case you guys have any other questions. Okay. So, I move to amend the Student Senate Bylaws, Article 2, Section 2, Subsection B, line, wait, sorry. I'm so sorry, we're going to discuss it first.
Yeah.
Okay, so, the Budget Management Committee shall require all clubs wishing to receive student Senate funding to complete a Budget Management Committee budget request form detailing information about the clubs. This form must be included in the organization's presentation to the student Senate. Is there a discussion?
Do you want me to just brief everyone who may not have been at the last meeting? Right now, there is no uniform budget request form. Whenever clubs come here, they send me a budget that they create, and it's, we have Microsoft Word documents, Excel, whatever. Sometimes it's written on a piece of paper and handed to me, which I don't like. And I think that a lot of our questions that we ask here could be answered with a form, like, have you gone to other places to ask for money and things like that. So this is just giving me and whoever is treasurer next time in the Office of Student Activities the ability to create a form, and then any form that is created will be brought back to you, and you can approve that as well.
So with that, are there any questions or discussion?
I actually have a question which I should know the answer to. If we pass this tonight, the budget form is going to be required for next Monday. Will that be made available to students before then?
The budget form is not created yet.
So I'm wondering if we can pass this if we don't have the form. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's table this specific amendment because we can't pass something that we don't have the form.
So, I move to table the Student Senate Bylaw, Article 2, Section 2, Subsection B, new line 3 amendment.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Abstentions? So we'll follow up with that one.
Okay,
total budget falls below $500, the BMC will be able to approve or reject the budget on their own. Are there any questions? Yes.
I almost feel like the wording should be a little bit more precise when it says vote of approval. Maybe you could add in something about it being a simple majority like the rest of them, just so that, you know, when it's like a couple years down the road and you have somebody reading the Constitution who wasn't here when we passed this, they're able to understand what we're saying and that it's not like a unanimous vote or anything.
So are you saying you want like a specific 2/3 majority approval vote, or?
Whatever is standard for,
That's standard.
okay, then yeah, I think that would make sense.
Is there any additional comments on that, or? Yes.
Should we do 2/3 or just simple majority?
Well, usually 2/3 is kind of what follows our constitution. That's usually what we need to pass something, so that's kind of what we have. But I mean, simple majority. I mean, it's not saying we can't do simple majority, but 2/3 is usually what we do.
I have a question. In where this will be going in, is there a section before this that explains how budgets are voted on normally? Because if so, like I understand what you're saying, but I mean if it says in the Constitution or the bylaws right before that what a vote of approval means, I'm not sure it's necessary.
You're asking if there's something before.
I think,
Yeah,
I think these are
explain.
all great points, and I think we should go back to the drawing board with language. I think, do people agree with the concept of it? We're just gonna like work on the language, make sure it's very concise and consistent with our constitution, and then if we're gonna vote on the other one, we might as well table this one till next week as well. So we can have the exact language for you guys, and if anyone's interested in, you know, helping out with that, let us know.
If you have any other questions, please ask us before the next meeting.
Yeah, please. Okay, so I move to table Student Senate Bylaws Article 2, Section 2, subsection B, paragraph 5 for 1 week.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Abstentions? That will be talked about next week too.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Good, baby steps. Let's hold SASA first. So, first budget request of the night is from SASA, and they have a budget request, and then they're also gonna tell us a little bit about their programming for the month.
So hi guys, I'm Rachel Hammer and I'm one of the co-presidents of SASA.
And I'm Nancy Clark, and I'm the treasurer of SASA.
And I don't know if you guys are aware yet. If you aren't, then you should be. So April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. This is a nationwide thing, but specifically this year, the theme that they have gone with is focusing on college campuses and sexual assault on college campuses, which we all get the emails. We know that this is an issue on our campus. We can't ignore it. And so a lot of our budget requests do have to do with that, but also different ways to improve our club as well. And actually the first one right here, the lipstick for Red My Lips Day, that is our very first event of the month. It's going to be a cup table, and it's meant to be an encouraging one because throughout the month there's going to be a lot of events, and it's very heavy topics, so we're hoping that for Red My Lips, it'll be a cup table, we'll apply lipstick, we have an applicator, we're not going to like spread disease more than it already does around the school. And it's basically supposed to be just encouragement. Like red lipstick is a way, I feel like, for women a lot to, you know, feel powerful. But I mean, anyone who wants to participate can participate. It's open to everyone.
And it's also a way to have a jumping off point for discussion. You know, if you're not someone who normally wears lipstick, and then all of a sudden you're wearing this bright red lipstick, and somebody says, what's going on? You say, oh, this is for Red My Lips Day, and it gives you an opportunity to talk about it in a casual setting, which is another one of sort of our themes for our events, which moves into our shirt making and bulk blank t-shirts, which are our next two budget items. We'll be hosting an event where people can make their own t-shirts that say, ask me why I'm angry. And so then you wear it around campus and somebody comes up to you and says, oh, why are you angry? And you say, I'm angry because sexual assault is a serious issue on college campuses, or whatever might be making you angry that day, although we hope you keep with our theme for the month.
And we're also hoping that by wearing the shirts, what we're going to do is people wearing teal shirts are also resources. So for example, we know like if you do want to, if you go through the school in their process when it comes to sexual assault, we know what happens, we know the process. So if you have any questions for us, we'll know. And we also can tell you anonymous resources on campus that are anonymous and not. Mandatory reporting, no, not supposed to.
So those are the t-shirts. The movie rights, we're looking to get the rights to show a new documentary called The Hunting Ground. What?
Possibly.
Ideally. And so this is a documentary that specifically looks at college campuses and sort of the way that campus communities can, the way that they treat sexual assault and how reporting goes through and the problems with the investigations. And it's a documentary that's just come out. You can look at the trailer on YouTube. It's really fantastic. So we're really hoping to be able to get a showing of that on campus to get discussion going.
And as for the poster campaigns and the Greek life prints, I don't know if you guys remember this last spring, but a series of pictures were taken with all the fraternities and sororities on campus that said like blank sorority or blank fraternity is taking a stand against sexual assault. What we're hoping is to reprint those and put them on big posters and put them in a place somewhere in the club and then have the fraternities and sororities sign it. We have contacted all the presidents of the fraternities and sororities, and a lot have gotten back to us already saying, yeah, you can use these pictures again. So we're waiting on that, but we do plan on doing that later this month. And as far as poster campaigns, we're just hoping to put those up probably later on in the month just to keep information into the campus and to keep us visible on campus. Yeah, the DC trip is mostly in case, mainly if an educational opportunity comes up. There is this, there's this one thing down in DC called the Monument Blanket, and what it is, our survivors write their stories on squares of a quilt, and their goal is to make one big enough to cover the National Mall.
Or the reflecting pool.
The reflecting pool. To show that sexual assault is a huge issue in our country. And they mostly do that in the spring, so we're hoping to keep that on there to trip down there if that does come up.
And the Post-Secret art display is something we're looking to do over Spring Fest weekends, where we give people an opportunity to express themselves through art and sort of tell their story in a location on campus. Just to sort of show personal stories of people who are on this campus that they have experienced, not just general statistics and things like that, and that will be in a closed location with trigger warnings, so to show respect to the survivors.
And then our Pizza for Poets and Pizza event is actually under a new name, at least as far as the posters that have been released. So what this actually is sort of a spoken word poetry event. We're having in the Junction later on in April with the Live Poet Society. And basically it's going to be, again, just a creative outlook, because we've never really done anything creative before, and we really wanted to give this a shot this year.
And again, it's giving people the chance to express themselves and their own experiences. And the condoms for consent, if you've ever come to one of our club tables or to Total Safety Move or anything like that, we usually give out condoms that have little pro-consent sayings like consent is hot, assault is not.
I guess does not say yes.
Right. So this is something, our last order of them was smaller and lasted us through a full year, so hopefully this will be able to get us through quite some time of different programming and events.
And they've also added a lot of new designs since we bought them last fall. Yeah.
One thing, you kind of sounded uncertain. There's an air of uncertainty about the movie rights for showing.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess I don't know. I don't feel comfortable allotting money to something that we don't know about. I think we might be able to table that and vote for it next time.
I mean, the thing is, even if we don't get the movie rights for that, we can get it for something else. That's just the amount that in general it takes to get movie rights for a more popular movie.
We're aiming for The Hunting Ground, but because it is so recent, there's a lot of different schools are trying to get it for this spring, and ideally we will be able to get it for this spring. But just in case, since it is so recent, we have to fall back on another documentary or movie, which we've talked about doing in the past. Then there will be a movie showing. It will be open to the whole campus.
Yeah, so just to clarify, the uncertainty is about the exact movie, not that you'll have this event.
Yes.
Okay.
It also did seem like there was some uncertainty about the DC trip. Is that something that you guys are definitely doing, or something that may or may not happen?
That's may or may not. We had it on last semester's budget as well, and we didn't end up finding an event for last semester, but we're hoping since it is getting warmer out finally, a lot more events will pop up that we can go down to, and it's mostly just to benefit our education and our knowledge and connect to the wider like national issue.
Right. And by our we mean, people on campus. It will be opened up, not our personal, but just to be able to look at a wider spectrum as opposed to just our campus.
That just kind of makes me wonder though, like, if it is going to happen, I think it's something that the Senate,
What?
myself, I'd like to support it. But it makes me wonder if we should take that off this request, and then you guys can come back for the other $200 if you guys do end up needing it. You can find it.
I personally think we'll get the money back anyway, and not, $60,000 for the budget, so where the money goes, like, we should just go along with it, and we'll get the money back if it's not using it, rather than waste time with them having to come back again, because there's not that much time left in this semester. Any other discussion?
Motion to allow full amount.
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Abstentions? Congratulations.
Thank you guys. Just last thing, like our page on Facebook, Students Against Sexual Assault, to get the official dates and everything for all of these events, and please come out and support. We look to get support from Senate, from different clubs, and from the entire student body. So thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have SAE and Delta Gamma budget request.
Just a word before they start, this is another special request. And to give you guys just, what the Constitution says about that, we can allot up to $2,000 to any organization that's not recognized by the Student Senate.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Mike Terminello. I'm the president of SAE.
I'm Joe Moff, I'm the philanthropy chair of SAE.
And I'm Sarah Delaney, I'm the philanthropy chair for Delta Gamma.
Alright, so we're here to request some funding for our upcoming events in our Patty Murphy Week, which is April 5th through the 12th. It's kind of our national philanthropy week that a lot of schools host, and we started last year. This is our second annual year. So the big event that we have planned is the Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event. It's our second annual event. SE and DG are co-sponsoring it. It's going to be April 11th at 5 p.m. outside the Jaeger Center. All the proceeds go to Survivors Incorporated, which is a local organization to Adams County, and last year we raised $1,800 for $5. And as you can see, we got a lot of publicity out of it. It was on USA Today. We had over 4,000 shares on Facebook, so obviously this event goes a long way and it helps spread awareness.
Going along with spreading awareness, I think that it would actually go really well with what we just heard about SASA's awareness month that they're doing, and it happens to fall in April as well. But this was the flyers that we had last year, and we're probably going to use it again. This is our T-shirt design that that's part of the budget that we're asking money for. As you can see on the back of the T-shirt, it says we all have a role in ending sexual assault. Being able to see a bunch of people on campus wearing these T-shirts around not only spreads awareness, but it also emphasizes, that ending sexual assault is something that is really important to Greek life, as well as the rest of campus. Yeah, you can see it a little bit more closely, and I think it just emphasizes that Gettysburg as a whole, we all do have a role in ending it.
So this is our other event that we're requesting funds for. This is our Help Tackle Hodgkin Lymphoma Flag Football event. It's our 4th annual flag football tournament. SAE we're the only organization sponsoring this one. This is going to be Friday, April 10th at 4 p.m. Held on the intramural fields by the tennis court. We had a brother a few years back. I was a freshman when he graduated. His name is Thomas Picarello. He was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in the middle of his senior year, causing him to miss a semester for recovery. So the next year after that, we started the flag football tournament in his honor. The proceeds are going to go to Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And last year we raised roughly $1,400. So I'm going to go over some of our expenses. So last year when we were doing our Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event, some of the shoes broke and were damaged. Also, we needed to order new shoes for people who need different sizes, etc. So we allowed $300 for that. T-shirts that we're ordering are going to cost us $22.75. The patent to use the Walk a Mile in a Shoes name is going to be $128. Order for the people that are participating in the event, roughly $10, and flyers, roughly $10. So that's $27.23 for the entire event for Walk a Mile in her shoes, and flag football is going to end up, it's a pretty cheap event, it's going to end up costing us $222. We're getting T-shirts for the winning team, and water is $14. We're hoping to have contributions from IFC for $300, DG's contributing $400, and we're going to contribute $400 as well. So right now we have 1,100 contributed. The remaining costs are $16.23 for Walk a Mile, and then you include flag football, that's $18.45.
Questions?
Usually when clubs requesting for T-shirts, Senate fronts the money and get it back. Is that going to be the case for this, or are they going to be free T-shirts that you're not selling?
Well, we plan to sell them. I mean, if you'd like to vote on whether to front it and get it back, that's up to you guys. I'm not sure. I was just hoping we could get it and then just donate it all to Survivors Incorporated.
Yeah, our donation is going to Survivors Incorporated, which is the Adams County. I'm sure most of you know the Adams County sexual assault.
So the more money that we're giving them, more money in turn we can turn over and donate to the actual cause.
Do you want to comment on that?
Yeah, speaking of that, there really hasn't been a precedent for this type of event with T-shirts yet this year, so that's why we sent it here without any kind of stipulation on how the T-shirts would be handled. I mean, it's not, the T-shirts aren't for a club to just have, you know, it is going for a cause, so that's up to you guys.
Yeah, and where they aren't recognized, I mean, according to the Constitution, we wouldn't even technically get money, but we encourage them to come over and you guys. So if that's something you're worried about, we can talk about, but I wouldn't worry about the precedent with that.
Yeah, with the T-shirts, we actually just fronted it as an organization. It was actually $2,362. So we have fronted that. So when it comes to fronting it, I don't think it's an issue. It's just trying to get some extra funds for the actual incorporation. So.
Motion to allot the full $1,845.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Abstentions? Okay. Congratulations. We'll go right into committee reports. Academic affairs.
No report.
BMC.
We do have a short meeting tomorrow, but it'll have to be over by like 4:50, so if you guys can be there at 4:30 and come 2:51.
Black. In purple. IT. PR. Student safety. Oh. Mary. Senate policy.
My committee is interested in rewarding the one unit fee. See me afterwards.
Sustainability. Heather.
Hi everybody. So our Cyclemania is over sadly, but we still have the recycle birthdays coming up. So you can't get out of it. But the final results will be posted on the 13th, so I'll let you know how we did. And also we are doing a car share interest survey right now. So the link is in the student digest. So if you can click on it and take it real quick for us, that'll help us determine which company we're going with, and then we can get that show on the road. That was fun.
Great. If you wanna, we can include that link in our minutes.
Yeah.
Just go to our minutes to take that survey.
Send me the link.
All right. Club reports and announcements.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone that contributed to Relay this weekend. We raised $39,569, which is twice as much as last year. So thanks to everyone.
Great job.
Hey everyone, Pride Week starts on Friday the 3rd and runs till the 10th, so look out for events. There will be calendars posted once we get the calendars out. So look for this.
Thank you. And the debate club is hosting their first ever debate mania, which is a 2v2 debate competition. It's scheduled for April 11th, and we'll have sign-ups at the club table ASAP. So get your teams together.
Yes.
Just a couple of events this weekend. On Thursday, there's an Attic Week Night, and it's actually run by Autism Speaks because it's Autism Awareness Week next week. And it's an open mic night, and it should be really cool. And then other than that, there's not really any events because it's Easter and all that. But the Springfest theme is going to be Bergstock, play on Woodstock. And there should be t-shirts soon, I guess, and we'll get you more information about what's actually going to happen when that happens. So great, thank you.
Hi, if you guys can't go home for Easter, GCF will be celebrating Good Friday at 7 p.m. in Bowen, and you're all welcome to come.
Thank you.
Hey guys, tomorrow at 7:30 in Joseph Theater, Professor Berkner is holding a lecture on the recent book that he wrote. This is sponsored through the Eisenhower Institute, so if you want to get a chance, please come.
I mentioned this last week, but the Color Run is coming up on April 19th, which is in like less than 4 weeks. And we're still looking for volunteers to host color stations to throw paint and also to advertise your club. So if you're interested, just let me know after. And we'll have a cup table tomorrow at
Tuesday, Thursdays till the event, basically.
okay. If you want to sign up for volunteer. Or time out.
Hey, the Interfaith Council will be meeting this Wednesday in Gladfelter 007. This is actually normal meeting time, but just wanted to let you know we had a speaker, Ibu Patel, come in on Thursday. We had pretty good turnout. Would have liked more, of course. I'm sure everybody does. But he very specifically did say that we should be looking at also bringing in speakers that would be able to address the importance of interfaith dialogue in actual professions. And so we'd like to know what kinds of professions people would like us to find speakers for. So come to our meetings or email myself or the club president, Lupio1 or Sinjo01, if you have any ideas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, switching gears a little bit, not here for SASA for this announcement, but for the Spectrum Yearbook. And we have an app that's from our publishing company, Balfour Image Share, which you can get for Androids or iPhones and probably other app stores, but those are the two that I know right off the top of my head. Where you can submit your own photos into the yearbook to be considered. So this could go for a general student life with you and your friends, if you're going to snowball or sitting around studying, things like that, or for particular club events. If you take pictures at your event and you want to get them represented in the yearbook, please send them in. There's information in the digest that you can find for the login, but I think it's a really great option for, it's not just, what the yearbook hears about and is able to go take pictures of, but you can determine what, is going to get remembered in 20 years by the graduating seniors by what we put in the book. So look to use that. I think it's a really great resource for, the whole student body.
Thank you.
So Alpha Delta Pi is selling their Air Bands t-shirts all this week and next week at Cub Tables. So if you're performing in Air Bands, or if you are playing, or if you just want to give to a good cause, the Ronald McDonald Charities, buy an Air Bands t-shirt. April 11th. You should go to that too.
Okay. Any other club announcements? Any motions?
Motion to adjourn debate.